Gildo, what about some of the collaborations with other brands? You mentioned Tom Ford, there's Estee Lauder, Maserati.
Yeah.
How does that help the Zegna brand itself?
That is helping because probably, if you ask me, what is the biggest challenge for 2016 is how to get new customer.
Yeah.
Because we are brilliant. I'm not trying to make myself look like an hero, but we are quite good, brilliant is too much, quite good in retaining good customer, loyal customer. I must say that in a year in which traffic dropped, I don't care what anybody says, traffic dropped. You go to the Harrods and the Selfridges now, and you went 1 year ago, see the difference of traffic. Then Oxford Street, you always see a lot of traffic, but go in the store and see how many people walk out of the store with a shopping bag. Now versus 1 year ago. These are facts. So what you have to do is work better in the store. Increase the conversion rate. Conversion rate, out of 100 customers walking through the store, how many buy? So make sure to tell your staff in the store, I want whatever, 5–10% increase in the query, regardless of how the traffic goes. And that's the way, we do it. So the biggest challenge is to acquire new customer. How you acquire a new customer? You can't sell them only £3,000, 3,000 pound made to measure superfine wool suit. Sell him some gadget too. So I think that this collaboration, forget about the watches that is more expensive than a suit. I'm talking about with the store out there, with the eyewear, with the lounger, are keen to get close to a new customer. In the old days, we used to do it with a tie. Now, unfortunately, look at the audience. I would say 70% of the gentlemen are not wearing ties, unfortunately. And I must say that the tie business dropped 50%, 50, in the past 10 years. I mean, amazing. I mean, that's facts. So in order to compensate that, where you go? And so I think that the partnership with those companies is to not that we want to massify our brand, because we don't want to be a massive brand at all. Just make sure that we create a more accessible product that we can be approaching more of the millennial or even the X generation. So this is a little bit in. Then I think another interesting thing I did 2 years ago is in the luxury car industry. We joined with Maserati, and they asked us to create an interior for their cars. And so I went to them with this crazy project of silk. He says, "Silk? You must be nuts." I mean, Mr. Marchiori told me, what are you talking about? Silk is for women. I mean, let me just wait, just be patient, and let me show what we can do. We worked hard 6 months, and we created a beautiful silk upholstery fabric for the interior of Maserati Quattroporte, Ghibli, and now they are so pleased. They are going to give us the Levante. Levante is the first Maserati SUV. In order to get to some of those new countries, like Russia or Dubai, you need SUV, sport utility vehicle. Otherwise, they don't like, limo. They prefer to use the Mercedes or the German car. So anyhow, we have equipped those cars, and we created this limited edition Maserati with Zegna upholstery fabric, silk, and it's not only the seat. I mean, it's even the roof. I mean, the doors. It really that cocoon effect. The cocoon effect that you feel at home, you can feel by driving a Maserati.
What a salesman! Isn't he fantastic, ladies and gentlemen? How could you not buy a Maserati car with a Zegna silk
so I was able
seat
to sell
in there?
one Maserati car to my friend Alan. Thank you very much.
You've got customers. Yeah, exactly. You're really lining them up. And your wife is gesturing to you, I think.
I don't know. I mean,
she's waving.
She's giving me some.
She's giving you some indication of something.
Some sign. Yeah, I'm doing something.
Gildo, you know
I'm doing something wrong.
No, never. whatever. You know what, Gildo, just wake up in the morning
just say
and,
yes, darling.
and just,
Yeah,
yeah.
always.
Or just apologize at the start of the day, and then you can say sorry for whatever wrong you're going to do. Gildo, I can't believe...
What do you tell your husband? I know what you tell him.
You can ask him. He's right there.
Same rule apply? Same rules apply, no?
Same rules, of course. Gildo, I can't believe this, but we've actually run out of time, and I still want to ask you about your philanthropy. So I'm just going to do that. Philanthropy, the foundation.
The foundation.
The foundation. So I'm just going to do that.
No, the foundation I don't run.
And then we're going to open it up.
I just want to make clear. I mean, governance is important too. If you run a business, you cannot run a foundation, because they are two different things. And so my sister Anna, she does a beautiful job. She's the president of a foundation that got started in the year 2000. And there are several fields where the foundation works. The territory, I think that is very important what we do into our territory, the Biellese. And we created this JW3 Zegna, which is a territory of 100 square kilometers of land, and the activities give work to 400 people. And I think that it's like we have created an open-air laboratory in which people get close to the environment, get close to the flora and fauna of the beautiful site, and they learn to respect it. We work with school, we work with old people, we work with young people that want to create a job, and I think these are the things that we do well in the territory. Then we work on the medical field also. We work in the education, and there we created a very interesting project thought after the Rhodes Scholarship. I'm sure many of you know what the Rhodes Scholarship is. I mean, it's a prime scholarship created by the British many years ago to give the opportunity to talent to study abroad into prime universities. And what we did, I mean, we took that idea, applied to Italian talent. So we give €1 million to roughly 20 students every year that have to apply to a top university in regardless the field they operate around the world. We have to admit them, so they have to be admitted by the school, okay? Then they come to us and they ask for the scholarship. And we have the privilege to say yes or no. So we are not acting as the admission office. Yeah. The school does. Yeah. And of course, I mean, we go for young people, young Italian with very low means. Then what we do, we ask them to work. We give them the privilege to work for 3 to 5 years abroad, and then they come back with their new know-how to Italy to enrich the Italian society. Yeah. If not, no scholarship, or they have to refund the scholarship. You know, it's a gentleman agreement. In case it doesn't happen, we cannot go after them. But this, and I think this is working really well. It's the 3rd year. Great, they went to great university, Oxbridge, MIT, Berkeley, Harvard, really, and it's I think that the first 2 are coming back to Italy, and one I was able to already to find a prime job in a first Italian. So I think education, his medical education, his environment, these are the fields that. And I would say, to a certain extent, is art. You know, we are not. We don't have if you want, a prime collection, but we do what we do. We create with Italian artists work of art to be exposed in prime stores around the world, and we work with other artists to create art, contemporary art, to be featured in Oasi Zegna. So when you visit Oasi Zegna, you can not only see the beautiful sky and trees, but you can admire some good piece of art. So these are some of the areas that we are working with, and it's we devote part of the profit of the company to the foundation and the separate, 3% of net profit. And Anna, with some part of the family, decides how to spend the money within those 4 channels of activities. And so I think it's a way to continue the philanthropic dream of the founder, Ermenegildo. And as a matter of fact, the scholarship is called Ermenegildo Zegna Founder Scholarship.